everybody, to DreamHack Fighters. We're about to kick off our top 24 of Guilty Gear Strive here in the beautiful Dallas, Texas. I am Raph with Proxy, and we're about to get some great matches to lead into getting to our top 8.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we just saw KOF go most of the way. We're going to take Strive the rest of the way. Straight after that is going to be Smash Ultimate and Melee. But for now, we're going to focus in on the Guilty Gear. Time to rock just a little bit.
That's all right. We have a great number of amazing players here who are going to be trying to qualify from all over the U.S. This is the last large offline pre-patch event.
Yes.
June 10th is on the way, and people are looking forward to that. People who are here, people who are watching, people who are just playing online, excited for the big changes and the shifts we will see. But we're still in the final part of Season 1, and we got Kizzie K representing Panda, who will be up first here with that Kai Kisuke.
Let's see what the opponent is rocking here as we get forward. It's going to be Chip versus Axel as the matchup, unless this is a button check. I know we've rocked a couple button checks here and there, but this might be what we're seeing here. So Chip versus Axel, not what we were expecting to see, but kind of a tough matchup here for Axel in that Chip can have trouble closing that gap occasionally, but when he gets there, man, he's just too sticky.
Yeah, I mean, Shotgun looks like an Axel player. Kizzie happy to go with a different pick here. You know, historically can have a little trouble with the Kai, but I like seeing that switch. I love Kizzie's streams, has streamed plenty of Chip. So this is definitely a character that he's trained and got ready with. But Shotgun looking really good, small, lively here, and all this room to work with, but the jump S beating the 2S and going right to super.
Yeah, it's going to shadow through the wall and not having the burst available too. There's going to be plus frames coming up for Kizzie K. Let's see how he works it here. He's going to make it a 50-meter here soon, and with the RC on deck, the pressure not going to let up anytime soon here.
I like it. Shotgun holding onto that bar, not trying to go for any YRCs to get off. There's the throw, some nice damage here with the RC. Gonna get an extra juggle. There is no burst to save you. Boom! Didn't get the hit to break the wall, letting Shotgun survive with the meter. Should be able to finish the job here.
Goes for an odd combo there. Actually does not get the kill. So Kizzie K, one more chance, dashes up. Shotgun just needs anything, will do it, but the cross up from Kizzie is able to come through.
Nice use of the top in the air, getting that cross up. Kizzie surviving a little bit, still holding on to that burst. So very strong start here for Panda's Kizzie. We are 3 out of 5, as is customary in Guilty Gear Strive.
Okay, 2K2D goes into the snail, very nice movement there, but with the Rekka, it's going to be Kizzie finally getting pressure on, goes for the overhead, but gets stuffed again. One of the key things from an Axel player as we go for the bomber is you can't be afraid to mash. 2K2D, that's your lifeblood, you have to swing.
But I love seeing it. Off of the BRC, going for the bomber, having that good advantage. Kizzie getting a hit here, doesn't get any hit after the Alpha Blade and the run up 2K, that 5-frame low, gonna get around for Shotgun, and now we're going to round number 3.
Oh, 2D right up the start, gets the counter hit, push full screen. Incredible stuff from Shotgun. I'm loving this play from him.
That's solid, but you gotta watch out. That 2S is gonna lose to that air dash F if you're not careful. Such a wide hitbox. Kizzie with some small hits, going for the jump 2K. We're adding on some extra damage. Oh.
In a lot of these situations, been able to crank the risk gauge a little bit, but that was an amazing conversion off the 5K. So good recognition.
Oh, but there's a big whip cancel. Super. Kizzie's gonna double jump to stay alive. No, gonna PRC, get the punish. Not full because a little high, but still a big advantage for Kizzie.
Oh.
Counter hit, that should be enough. There
Absolutely. Kizzie K coming through on that one. Good stuff from Shotgun all the way through, though. Like we said, not afraid to master certain situations and willing to go for the big risk situations against Chip, which is usually just such a smart thing. BRC into the bomber, it looks a little crazy, but I like that kind of decision.
Yeah, a little bit like that. It's cute. You see just trying something out in the match. Already a big hit. I mean, despite how much Shotgun has to play defensively and watch out, not pressing too many things, so Chip doesn't get in, the damage is still so high.
Definitely agreed. Oh, 2K with the 2S, able to jump away. Kizzie gets the air-to-air, though. Oh, broke the wall off that, too.
Come back, get the positive bonus, get all that bar, hit the 6K, didn't RC. Speaking of RCs, YRC, Shotgun just playing in the corner, but the 2H, not gonna get punished, but nice for Kizzie, forcing the burst out, the hero burst.
Oh, for the jump over, is able to get the empty low. Oh, and the immediate blow-up of the Renson has been going delayed almost the entire time, and that almost wins him the day, but off the PRC, they're gonna get the trade. Who wins it out? It's going to be Kizzie K.
Just enough life to survive the trade. And now we're going into potential 2-up if Kizzie can get this round. Shotgun playing solid, but no answer to the jump 2K, looking like shades of launch strive.
Yeah, we got we reinstalled dive kick really quick. We just swapped games for a second. Straight into the super. The barrage comes through. All the shadow clones push him through the wall, and now Shotgun kind of in trouble on his last leg. Maybe not even going to get burst.
Yeah, a little rough here. Tries to challenge out, gets a hit with the 2H counter hit, but nothing from it. And Kizzie gonna go for, oh, did not bait the burst, but it's at the last legs, even chip. But a run up 2K, that whiff 2S, that button is such an amazing anti-air, but has so much recovery and does not really work well against grounded opponents. So Kizzie, nice start here. 2 games up, Shotgun fighting back, but very much in the back foot. Oh, that's a classic Kizzie starter. Ground start, run up IB, so consistent with it.
Absolutely able to answer that 5K, and most of that pressure and getting the burst off of it. Pretty much the entirety of this round comes off that 1 round start decision, which is part of why it's so important, especially if you're playing the role of the chaser, actually being able to track down these owners, man.
Yeah, no zoning allowed right now. Chip just getting that rush down in a quick combo with the double alpha blades. And now Kizzie on match point, looking to 3-0 Shotgun to get into that next round. Jump T, at least Shotgun trying to zone out, moving a little bit more. Not just standing still, throwing out buttons, which will get punished. What a backdash. And no punish on the burst though.
Oh, that was a lot of potential damage there. And Kizzie risking it all, going for the overhead. No RC available. I respect that a lot. Really unexpected options, and that's how you've got to play it. So as we continue here with the Rekkas, trying to whip it out, but the 2H blows him up. The PRC, but no combo again.
That's really rough. That was a lot of damage on the table. Kizzie getting the burst out, so now Kizzie just in a checkmate scenario. Any one hit here with all the meter has. Looks really good. Nice 2KGD, get into the super. Good confirm, he's gonna get a wall break. It's going to put Shotgun in a bad situation. Hard knockdown, and he set up 6K into the RC, and that'll do it. Kizzie K with a clean finish and makes it over with a great 3-0.
Yeah, very strong performance from Kizzie, but I mean, that's what we expect from the man from Panda. Kizzie is just such a consistent performer through the life of multiple Guilty Gears. The guy's just talented.
Of course, multiple Guilty Gears, multiple games, been a monster all throughout. Great to see him here at DreamHack competing and doing so well, going up against a lot of local players, all from just the South. You have a lot of players from Texas, from Oklahoma, who are in this bracket, but again, with all that money on the line, players like Kizzie, Lord Knight, Hitachi, they're here to win this last pre-patch tournament and make a statement going into Season 2. Yeah,
I mean, we've got a lot of uncertainty coming forward with 610 approaching, looming over us. I'm excited for us to get there, to get to take a look at what we see. For now, like we said, playing on this current patch, I mean, I've still been having a blast with Strive all the way through, and I know a lot of other people have been. One of the most played games in the modern FGC in a time that I think we can lovingly refer to as, I think a lot of people have said, honestly, a new golden age of fighting games.
It's crazy. Yeah, we've gone into a new generation of just so many amazing games, like back-to-back. The community's been thriving, and you're seeing so much, especially with the advent of great online play.
Yes.
And you're seeing so many just amazing online tournaments, events, and people supporting, people just repping all that. And now we're transitioning back to offline, and it's been such a great transition. Seeing everybody show up and show out, so many new people. At events like here at DreamHack, what we saw previous, it's just been a wonderful show, and I'm looking forward to what's going to continue on as we see more new games come out, as well as the world tours are all starting up.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're going to have a standard face that we see all the time here coming up. It is going to be Razzo. Showing out, and the Razzo's got a great fashion sense, by the way. Oh, no. I appreciate everything they wear so much.
They got in the Strive community, that best drip.
Drip like always. It's ridiculous, yeah.
When I saw Razzo show up here, I knew it was Razzo, but I was like, why do you look like a traffic cone? Why are you trying to
say trip in the traffic?
Why are you? I looked at that, but I loved it because it's so fun and unique. So, no, it's not hate, but it was just like, I could just tell, where's Razzo? Where's Razzo? It's like a shining light, the beacon. I'm here.
We'll see how the matchup goes. I believe we're going to have a button check coming up here. So Leo versus Ram will be the matchup, though, assumed.
Yep. Mr. Quick on the right. So Mr. Quick with the Ramlethal. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, these are players getting to share a stage with, such strong players like Razzo, like Kizzie. So I really want to see a lot of these local players do a really good job. I want to see how they stack up because this is one of those opportunities you don't get too often when it comes down to it, right?
Absolutely agreed. I mean, and that's one of those things too, is like as a top player, when you're playing in these brackets now, you have to understand that like with how good online is, this person you're playing, they might just not be seeded because we don't know about them because they just haven't had a breakout offline performance yet. Well, like you were saying with the good online, like the good netcode, we have an unbelievable amount of untapped talent that is just now starting to break into these scenes.
It's ridiculous. You see
Terrifying.
it with players like Umisho.
Yup.
So it's like, yeah, I used to play Overwatch, now I play fighting games. Oh yeah, I'm like top 3 every tournament.
I'm nasty, by the way.
I'm crazy, right?
Oh my god.
And the Razzo's been on the come up too, right? So
Yeah,
they've been starting with like BB Tag and just every game that they touch, they are doing so well back to back. Certainly with Strive shining bright. So Mr. Quick, you got a lot on your plate, but let's see if you can make that quick work of Razzo.
Leo, let's see how it goes. Can he close the gap? Once he gets onto Ramlethal, it can be difficult, but she's going to be dispensing those mids from the mid-range, especially with the Rekkas and being able to go for the dash cancels. One of the biggest wins of the patch, but there is a great whiff punish.
First far SVC, I got spacing, immediate, I'm ready for it. And that's the training that Intel's Razzo has. Oh, beautiful backdash, gets the throw, not to throw into the corner, but at least to set up the back turn mix-ups.
A little dash underneath, is able to get the burst out. Another whiff punish every single time it comes through. Razzo says that button is not even an option.
No, put those swords away, young lady. You cannot bring those here. We aren't trying to play, and that's a lot of data right now for Mr. Quick. He has to pay attention more, stay at a closer range. You cannot test Razzo's reactions right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fundamentals are crazy. Great match, though, to stop, but there's the DP, of course, from Leo.
Yeah, with the bar, you got to respect it. It's going to happen. And now we just have a checkmate scenario. The overhead into super. Goodbye, Ram. Game 1 to Razzo.
Push through the wall, and that is just kind of how Leo games can go. Sometimes you just let you black out and you wake up and you're like, oh, the round's over. What, he got me.
Which is so good at these one-touch scenarios.
Yes.
With that back turn, just getting that one hit. Counter hit back slash, counter hit heavy slash, or just regular heavy slash, and just you don't get any chance to burst. It's just crazy. So now, Mr. Quick gets a hit, at least forces the burst out of Razzo, but then gets hit in return from far slash.
Oh, and how quick they both adapted to each other was ridiculous. Mr. Quick's new adaptation is micro-dashing before we go in for the swings. Razzo has already started closing that gap faster to go in for CQC rather than the mid-range that Ramlethal is able to go through. So Mortal Vato breaks through the wall, and now kind of a reset situation here, but there's the DP!
That was not a real safe jump after that setup there, got punished for it. Now Razzo on the offense. Mr. Quick still with the burst. There he goes, he's on the overhead. Has the meter though, after positive bonus, 100 detention. This could be big, goes to the overhead. That's a test. That's scary, using a move with so much delay against a character that's holding down charges.
Oh, trying to go for the double slam, puts to the wall, jumps out, not able to check it there. Oh, look at the wrist gauge though. There's the DP, and it actually whiffs with the burst. The RC rather.
Oh, the clash! So crazy. Mr. Quick so close to a round, but the back turn's gonna finish it. The quick cross through, and Mr. Quick just taking a big breath like I was so close. But you can't, it's so hard to finish off against Leo sometimes. Such a healthy character.
Absolutely.
And it's so scary to try to get that last hit against him.
Forced to burst out of that situation. Good usage there from Razzo. 2K2D into the Rekkas. Just blocks it though, so has to stop.
Good job keeping Razzo in the corner here, good pressure. But yeah, that last Rekka not working out, and Razzo busts out.
Okay, cross up again. 2K able to get the anti-air there. Wakes up with a super though.
Ooh, speaking of wake-ups, right back at you. Now I gotta hold this back turn mix-up. Quick stance change in the 6P. Stay in that corner. Razzo, 100% tension. It's gonna force the burst out, but it's too high. You can't get out of that situation. And that's gonna be game number 2 for Razzo. Oh, beautiful combo. Off of the back turn, knowing that this is burst safe, you gotta hold that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most important things about Leo and about stance characters in general, is you can tell that the pilot is incredible when it doesn't even look like it's stances. That was so fluid to swap between, and now straight back into it, already to the corner. Razzo is dominating the footsies here and gets the air throw.
The scoop! Get back in your corner. That is your home now. You live here. You're paying rent. And Leo's taking all that money. Already a big start. Look how much life has lost Mr. Quick. Nice confirm into the mix-up, too.
That little drop into the mix-up there. 2K is able to get the hit straight into the super. Had an RC, didn't even want to spend it. Sound frugal.
Yeah, not anything required. You know, Razzo's made it this far time and time again, not being too overzealous, so at a point where they can just kind of play at whatever pace, Mr. Quick has to take a lot of risks. And already starting to work out a little bit. Uses the meter just to get some pressure and the throw, but all Razzo needs is that one shot to get out.
Okay, nice little just block there, just trying to break out. It's able to swing a little bit, and there is the touch you need, and gets the DP out of it too. What a confirm.
Oh yeah. All the good Leos have been showing off that so well with like the 5K, 6K. Pressure's on. Mr. Quick has to be careful here. Any big hit could be scary with 100% tension on Leo. Counter hit, take the damage, and now just right into raw super. Oh man, is that it?
And that was just so impossible to burst at all points. Razzo, genius level stuff.
Looking back to the crowd for a little admiration, a little like, you know, validate my hard work. It ain't just a character, it's me.
Absolutely.
100%, and that was just fantastic done. I love that last sequence too.
Yes.
Just like hit the RC and just fall down. Just wait, like if you're gonna burst, come on down. see what happens if you try, and not even a chance for it. Right into that super, and then just, even though it killed before the wall break, that extra damage would have been done. So that was just great awareness.
Yeah.
I mean, Razzo.
that's just doing the math on the fly, being able to know the spacing and understanding the situation. And those are the kind of situations that you can only set up and effectively play if you have an incredible number of hours in the game. That's part of the situational awareness required to be able to set yourself up for burst base like that are just unbelievable.
No, for sure. Every little thing, you know, you watch a player like Razzo, and you know, like whatever happens, I love it. Whatever happens June 10th. Players like Razzo, it's like whatever they do, whatever they pick after, they're going to be amazing no matter what.
Yeah, they will.
That just pedigree and that training and diligence and determination is going to carry over whatever they do. So as much as people have always been like, oh, well, it's over, June 10th, you know, your reign of terror is done. It's like, you
get used to them.
Adapt, baby.
Exactly.
That's key word.
I mean,
we adapting.
That's like another key person. We talked about Umisho earlier, but like Umisho is not just like cheesing people with Happy Chaos. Umisho is also like the best biking. He's a ridiculous player.
Crazy,
it's just
right?
unbelievable. So it's like you definitely get used to the names that you're seeing. They're going to be around for a while here. They're just the fantastic Strive players. And speaking of fantastic Strive players, straight back up to it.
Yeah. Lord Knight, repping Beast Coast, the Beast from the East. So everyone, I mean, Lord Knight is just a person. When you think of anime fighting games,
yes,
you think, oh, you have like in the conversation usually Lord Knight across the board, just an amazingly solid player through and through. Whatever they put their mind into, just great mindset, really diligent. Doesn't get the results that they look forward to, right? And strive, but they're always no matter what, they're always a threat, and they have that ability to really go across the edge. And I would love to see Lord Knight really go that far today and cap like season 1 with a big, big performance.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. I mean, they are just like a student of the game. A lot of their content is really good analytical coaching content, which is incredible, and something that the FGC really, really needs. I know people, that's a thing that we've talked about before on Twitter, because we love to do them on Twitter, but man, we need more people putting out that kind of content. It is incredible stuff. But we're going to be heading into a button check real quick before we get into the full match. But the expected characters are Millia and Zato here, which is volatile to say the least.
That's true. And I always expect at least one Zato per like top 24 or maybe top 8, because those players, it's a character that may not be in the conversation for like, oh, we're the best of the best when you think of like Ramlethal, Happy Chaos, Leo. No. But they always have a great showing between like, Latif, and you have like players like Macho and Marlin Pie, and all of these like across the globe, just immaculate Eddie players. So it's just that character that will erase you from the bracket, given a chance here. So I'm excited to see how Lord Knight prepares. You see them kind of calm down. They were doing a lot of deep thought, getting like their mental game plan ready. But Bobby looks big chillin'. Let's go. Game number 1.
Find out very early on how it goes. I love Capel to start. Immediately just declines neutral with the Eddie and gets the burst out too. Lord Knight, great start.
An immediate run. That's a great answer. Millia being so fast, as soon as you see the opposed, get a run up grab.
Okay, what a confirm there. 2 jump S's. We're going to the hair car for the knockdown here. Same side. Good defense from Bobby, but you cannot block forever.
Okay, you can get a throw though. That's opportunity here. Gets the dust. It's going to get the wall break at least. Not enough meter to get more Eddie gauge back, so it's going to be a little bit hard because all Lord Knight needs is a throw. But jump PRC. There's the burst, sky high, and now we have Eddie gauge available. There's the frog, unload the toe to pose, Any one hit, either player can get this round.
PRC into the command throw. Bobby, what a turnaround there. Lord Knight was looking to dominate, and Bobby somehow flips it over.
I can hear the crowd popping from here. That audience out there repping their boy from Austin, Texas. Bobby with a big grab. There's the Toad, a frog. Gaming. Nice block here from Lord Knight, but still under pressure.
Able to get the throw. RC's available. There's the return, the reversal there. Lord Knight gets the mix-up, but loses the corner off of this. But he gets the burst somehow. Falls down and is able to bait it out. FD break to be able to get the same side mix up there, able to go across and is certainly going to kill here. Very nice return from Lord Knight. Back and forth, swinging for the fences here.
That's right, and the crowd popping for Lord Knight as well. Round start oppose, getting grabbed. Lord Knight just going in and catching it. You can only rely on oppose so much, especially in neutral against a character like Millia or Chip that are so quick.
Oh, Capel again gets the knockdown all the way to the corner here. Triple overhead. Bobby's defense is so impressive right now.
All right, nice 2P. The mashup, the 6P whiffing. It's hard to do with that double air dash and the bad moon finish. Millia blocker, are you ready? No, you're not.
I mean, that's a good time to bust it out. I mean, it's one of those things. Bad moon is just an inevitability. It's not if, it's when.
Exactly. And Bobby wasn't ready with the clock. And Lord Knight, after losing that one round with Bobby making a big comeback, Lord Knight does take game one and sets the pace.
Okay, Invite Hell was able to do a little bit of trip guarding there to stop Millia from being able to go for the run up, and there's the 2H. Great usage there, but a good burst from Lord Knight.
So that's nice from Bobby. Just waiting to put the oppose out, knowing where Lord Knight's either airborne. Oh, the burst rolls right through it. Going to the setup. BRC right into Dan Fang. It's going to give a good spot for Bobby. He's going to get a knockdown and able to summon Eddie.
First Pierce off, gets him with the 5D. Nothing else afterwards, though. Loses out on Eddie. There's the shotgun, though, of the 6P, and is able to get the 2S because of the height. What recognition.
Yeah, exceptional anti-air. Great return of the counter hit. And then there you go. Round start Toad. Unleash that instead of oppose. At least set up something so Millia cannot just run forward or jump forward. And now Lord Knight in the corner, but runs past the drill.
And 6B able to answer. Got him with, okay, Drunkard in the block string, but there's a throw.
Beautiful full confirm, keeping the pressure on, high, low, where do you go? RC, okay, that's good. Putting back to neutral, and quick 2P to get rid of Eddie. So now Zato is just kind of on the back foot here, but back.
Same thing there, like you were saying, you gotta be more careful about how you go for a pose. Potential round loss coming up, and it does, and that is all off of the back of one too many, maybe too brazen of an oppose there.
Yeah, because like, yeah, Lord Knight is scouting him out and does a good job of it. Okay, jump P, he's gonna get a hit here for Bobby, who's in a good position, he's gonna get burst back soon, but gets a full jump in for Lord Knight. Into the corner, now it's party time.
Yeah, full-time mix up there, is able to break through. Okay, all right, Lord Knight. A little bit of a mixtape there, 50 meters still available. BRC's forward, wants to stay on him, knows there's no Eddie. Blood in the water, looking to continue to be aggressive. What a juggle! Burst goes through, but LK is just too ready.
That was a beautiful situation. I felt like the RC was going to be there either way, and it was still a do or die situation.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part of holding a burst until that last second when a player has bar, because it can be pretty easy to scout out. So great from Lord Knight making those adjustments and reading the situation. Bobby fighting back little by little, but it's these raw summons are losing out so much. Either getting Lord Knight getting in for free or getting a punish on him.
Yeah, absolutely agree. There's the overhead into Lust Shaker, good amount of damage down. 2S goes for the dash forward, flies out of trouble, but BRC, oh my god, I would have burst too.
Oh, gets a big hit, nice. Lord Knight continuing on getting good damage here. The Eddie gauge so low and has not been too much of a factor in these last couple rounds.
Jump block there, Invite Hell, oh my god, the tri-jump.
All right, Piercer into the sandwich setup. Oh, and then covering up the damn back. Oh no! Broke the law, but the law comes back swinging.
Great idea too.
Bobby smiling, like, I know, I had the right call. They at that point where they patched it back in, where break the law can beat bursts out, but he's having fun. That's what I want to see. Bobby's having a blast, and that's what I'm about.
Absolutely, got the command throw again. What positioning though to get under the Toad.
And again, it's those raw summons. Lord Knight is just getting into that proper space. BRC forward to get a summon out, but now it's all going to be gone as Lord Knight's going to run away a little bit, and now there's no more Eddie Gate, so Lord Knight can just start putting pressure.
Okay, nice 2P. Like the dash up, air to air. Tried to bait the burst. Good idea from LK, but not quite executed. I love the PRC for the look, though, to make sure the frog wasn't going to connect.
Pose again. Lord Knight with the run-up, getting the scoop on it. Just block, and now pressure from Lord Knight. The chase down. You cannot jump away. You cannot sit there. And now the final mix, and it was no mix. It was just the same side hit. LK with the 3-0 over Bobby. And LK will continue on through this bracket after a crazy fun match.
And that is one of the most impressive things about LK as watching, is a lot of the times his aggression is a switch, not a slider. He is so much like, he knows when to play patient. Eddie Gage hits 0. The second the frog touches the ground, he's already holding dash macro just all the way. Where I come from, we call that holding W, Rav. He's on his way in. He said, I'm coming through, please. He said, make way.
No, it was really good.
Yeah.
Like, it was just scouting everything out, playing that matchup so well. It was just every time Bobby could, like, think, I have a chance to set up. I can call the squad, I can put pressure from here and advance towards you, but Lord Knight's like, oh, no, you don't approach me. I'm just gonna run at you and just take it like that. And it's a tough one. That was like the key thing to really like look at and counteract. But it's always kind of tricky because then you're trying to fight Millia with some Zato normals, which can be good in situations. But 2S does lose out to a lot of little things here.
Yes.
You know, 5P is great, 2P can be great, but then now you're not really playing that comfortable game plan you had.
Of course, and that especially with Millia being able to play that like very box jumpy style. I mean, obviously I come from Marvel a little bit here, so very Dante-esque. The instant air dash is low to the ground, keeping it high. I mean, it's like the perfect spacing to be able to blow up the 2S, like you said. Is a very, very difficult situations, but a good fight from Bobby. Still not out of it. That was winner's side.
Yeah, it was a really good set from there, and you know everyone's gonna have that second chance here. But we have our last winners match in this bracket.
Oh,
so
the one I'm most excited for.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So we saw Kizzie.
Yes.
We saw, you know, Lord Knight.
Of course.
We saw Razzo.
Yes.
And the final Invader, the final, you know, nationwide high rank, crazy good player, Hatashi, representing Moist.
Yes.
Coming through here, but going up against one of the most like a really popular legacy player.
I love
of so many fighting games, and a fan favorite. It's basically like your commentator's favorite player a lot of times.
Yes.
And that's going to be Jan in H-Town.
Jan is it's funny because me and Jabba were talking about it when we were watching KOF. Is everybody knows Jan from all the communities, but they know him for different games. Personally, I was involved. I learned about Jan and him playing through Marvel. Jobber knew about him through Guilty Gear. He's just a talented guy, plays a ton of games, and is going to be stepping up to face against Hotashi, like you said, most esports.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, like I said, it's always, you're going to have to fight the best of the best at some point.
Of course.
And Hotashi, you know, has done well all across the board. You know, they are like Razzo, always like a top 8 fixture. But it's cool, like even like you say like Jan with multiple games, Hotashi's done that a lot as well.
Yes.
So I've seen Hotashi play a lot of other fighting games and enjoy them, but always like predominantly the strongest in Guilty Gear franchise. But is also here for the first time playing MTG.
Absolutely, it's in the PTQ at the same time.
It's like, oh, it's dope. I get to go to a fighting game tournament that's also hosting an official Magic event.
Yes.
So living the dream, been running around streaming, competing in both. And it's really making the most of it, and I love it. I love seeing that kind of cross-pollination because, you know, Hatashi has been such a strong, not just player, but content creator.
Yes,
really
personality.
Growing in that, you know, and now you get to see that expand to more and just keep going. I love just seeing a person thrive and making so much of what they love to do and being able to just make that part of their work.
Yeah, definitely agreed. I mean, that's one of those things. Is just he is anywhere Hotashi goes, he does his best to be the pro tag, and it works out beautifully for him. I mean, he's just a talented guy doing a lot of big things, and I think personally doing content creation the right way. I mean, the IRL streams at the events and stuff, like you were saying, I think that is a wonderful thing. That is a little underexplored in our avenue. I think a lot of other people do it in a lot of other situations, but for the FGC, I would love to see more people just showing off their personality and being themselves and just kind of sharing their view of things with their community, I think that's the kind of content that a lot of people will eat up. So I think it's a great thing.
And my funny part for me is like Jan's like the exact opposite. Like I'm not trying to stream. You won't catch me very like I'm barely on social media.
Yep.
I ain't trying to stream. I'm not in stream chats hardly. I'm just playing these fighting games, hanging out with people, and I'm just doing this. That's it.
I learned to this weekend that I've been watching Jan for upwards of 10 years, and I never realized that he's always in a lawn chair on the stage. I've been watching him for forever, and I just this weekend for the first time was like, is that a folding chair?
Like, but it's been since like over a decade. They've been traveling. Like I said, we're both from Houston, so we've been traveling a lot together a lot of times. And just whatever's comfortable. It's like, everyone knows Taquito. He likes to sit at a certain range, always keeping a distance. Jan's been doing his own version of that, sitting in a chair that he likes to sit in. Just always in that comfy, in that comfort zone, which is best for him. And doing it like that and traveling, basically when he did travel as much as he did back then, always to all these different cities with the chair in tow, with a toothpick in his mouth and like a nice drink on the side.
That's funny. I mean, I definitely support that heavily. I like when people get to do things like that. I mean, there's like a top 10 Japanese Melee player who sets up 2 chairs and lays across them. And he's fantastic. He's an amazing Mark player.
I love it.
It's so good. I really appreciate things like that. So it's like wonderful stuff.
Hey, you have to make it work for you, right? Of
course.
Because like you go to an event, you don't know what kind of chairs you're gonna get.
No.
You don't know any of that. Like I go to a friend's house and it's got like chairs with like armrests. Like I can't play on this. This is like going like this. Like this is a little rough.
the friend's house casual special. Oh, you can use that chair. You're like, oh no.
I'm just gonna sit on the floor and I'll suffer in silence. It's fine. Do it Marvel 2 style. But and I think it's funny like. You were talking about the personality shining, and it's funny because, like I said, like Jan not being a kind to really do anything like content creation wise, but you get it like from streams, you get to see kind of his personality show from just how he carries himself and what he brings, like you mentioned with like the folding chair and all the little stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that's what I miss about offline. Is you get to see more of the player. You get to see those live interactions between everybody, like when you see like a person like Razzo and Hitachi just like being 2 goofs.
Yep.
And it's like there's like a little, not a lot of, it's not really animosity, but it's just like a friendly rivalry. It's always fun. Always fun to see.
Yeah, definitely really healthy and fun to watch. And we appreciate you all sticking with us here as we continue to press forward. DreamHack Dallas. If you have never been to a DreamHack, I've been saying it all weekend and I'll continue to say it. It's the type of thing that there's nothing I could say to describe it to you. You just got to make it to one yourself, man. From all the booths, all the vendors, getting to watch all the other esports. It has been an incredible time in the convention center and getting to walk out and see IEM and stuff too.
It's great,
it's
right?
Too much.
And it's cool too because you have all these other people from so many other games get to walk past our area and see the fighting games going off, and they'll be like, oh, people are playing, they're playing Strive offline? These are going on. They'll get to know maybe more of the local Dallas scene or whatever when they go back, what scene they got. So it's really cool to have that, cross-pollination, and I love it when you have events of this size really given a nice home for fighting games, and I would love to see that continue going forward. I mean, there's more DreamHacks coming out throughout the year, and you're going to see more fighting game events through that too.
Yes. But it looks like, as of right now, as production has told me, Hitachi is actually still in the middle of a round in Magic. So it looks like we might actually be heading over to losers for now, is the current word. We will, as I always tell you all, as soon as we know, you will know. So as of right now, we are going to be headed into the losers bracket to find another match. So we're going to be having that queued up as soon as we can. As always, thank you for the patience with us as we sort out these trying times.
I mean, going to offline events, I'm used to seeing, this player is playing Street Fighter V right now.
Yep.
Hold on, they're in our pool for another game. No, this is the first time I've ever heard. We got to hold up this Strive bracket real quick. Our player's right now in a nice TCG game, so we got to give him a moment. He got a lot of life points left. So gotta wait just a little bit longer.
Life points.
I don't know. He's getting milled out right now. Gotta watch out. He's still got plenty of his deck left, but you don't know.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, no. In between rounds, Hitachi's been running back and forth. He's actually been live streaming too, which is very, very cool to see. Like we were talking about, doing these IRL streams here at the tournament.
Let's go see it. Let's go.
We're gonna take a look.
Let's go take a gander.
We're gonna take a time. So Raf's gonna be taking a second to take a look and see what's going on with him. We got a pre-roll ad.
Let's see. That's the nice part about Hitachi streaming. All right, buddy. We're waiting for you a little bit. Let's see how you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go root for you real quick. I'm gonna be in his chat while commentating. He was like, let's go.
Yeah, convenient. You don't have to go over the intercom. You can just go to his chat and be like, hey, bud. I need you at Station 5 real quick, please.
Let's go top deck for the win, bro.
Oh,
let's go.
God, that's funny, though. That's really, really fun to see.
It's hard to tell the angle that we see at their opponent's board looks pretty big.
Yeah, they're still
right now.
They're still in it right now. I mean, that's one of the cool things about Modern is for Magic in Modern, it's a very swingy format, very fast, very furious. So most of the games, usually depending on the decks, are fairly quick, which is nice.
This is a tournament first. Watching a Magic the Gathering tournament match as we wait for our next Secret Strive match. Only at DreamHack. That's why you can't describe it, man. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the other things that has been nice is being able to go to the booths. And specifically, I was saying for the Intel booth, I saw handshakes. They might be finishing up, but actually going to the Intel booth, we got to do they were doing tournaments for processors and stuff, like $1,000 processors for a Street Fighter 5 tournament, things like that. And they had a couple Apex and Fortnite. They had Hades setups at the Intel booth. I was like, oh, we're someone trying to money match in Hades?
Hey, let's get that speed run. Let's see how fast we can go, how far you can get in a run. It's and it's the things you don't know until you come to these events because who knew that they were going to give away processors for Street Fighter 5? But the pop-up tournament comes up, Broly Legs rolls in and says, yo.
We all thought we were going to win, and then Broly won, and we were like, oh, never mind, you got it.
It's like, okay, no, it's all you. So Cyber Legs advancing through, and that's again. There's a lot of other events here. I know we're only streaming, King of Fighters, Smash, Guilty Gear Strive, but there is still a Street Fighter tournament.
Yes.
Tekken 7, Melty Blood, Blazing Central Fiction. So a lot of players from across Texas have come for these events to kind of get that money, to compete, get that trophy, and do well. And it's a nice part to see because, again, we are featuring only a handful of games, but the other ones are here and being supported too.
Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the cool things about DreamHack is because the space is so large, we're able to really access all these things, be able to actually get to run all these things and viably do all of it at the same time, which huge shout outs to the whole TO team, Duelist Tong, Sarah, everybody that is working on that side of things have been working super hard and making sure the wheels keep turning. So if you guys are walking by, I know you guys in the crowd can hear me, if you're walking by the admin desk, give them a high five or something. They're working too hard.
That's right. All this space, and they are crushing it this weekend. It has been nothing short of fantastic. All the love to the DreamHack staff, the admins, the volunteers, and obviously people at home just chilling out, hanging out, watching with us too. You're spending your Saturday enjoying some great fighting games, so thank all of you for spending time with myself and Proxy today.
Absolutely. And like I said before, if you guys are interested in more of the fighting game action, there is going to be Smash Ultimate and Smash Melee coming up after this. And then tomorrow, there's going to be Strive Top 8, KOF Top 8, and then the culmination of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as well. So a lot of big things coming on the DreamHack Fighter stage. But for now, the biggest thing we need to worry about as we finally have our 2 players. Congratulations to Hitachi on whatever happened at the Magic Tournament. It is time to get in the next one as he drops his live stream. Be careful with that, man.
Hitachi, did you win the match?
I gotta know.
Thumbs up if you won your Magic set.
Oh, we saw the handshake. That's all we got. Well,
yeah, I know. we tuned in. We want to know. But yeah, I love it. Again, like you mentioned, Hitachi got the camera set up. It's going to be pointed out. It's got the stream chat available to check out. And see, they get a cooler, different perspective of the match. You get to see it from the angle of the player themselves. So really cool from Hitachi. Taking a swig, getting hydrated, and
it's got the controller that matches the jersey, too. Can I just say, I have noticed, and I think it's wonderful. It's ridiculously good looking. I appreciate that a lot. The pad matching the jersey is just too nice.
All right, so we're about to get this big match, and it's going to be, speaking of big, these are the big body players. On Jan's side, Potemkin, classic grappler player.
Yes.
Jan's been a grappler player through and through for a very long time. Hitachi, with the Nagoriyuki, has done such an amazing job to put that character on the map with their own style, too, which is always really fun to see. There's no other Nagoriyuki like them, and then it will be.
Of course, and that is one thing. This is a matchup that I feel like in the beginning of the game felt pretty even-ish. As the game has progressed, I think it's slid a little more Nagoriyuki favored, but Potemkin does have some really strong tools to be able to deal with a lot of things that Nagoriyuki brings to the table. It's just going to be more about Jan being able to access them, and back Megafist is a great way to break out of pressure.
So, one big thing about Jan, very defensive player. Very adept at just kind of holding a position, you know, reacting accordingly, but he plays at a weirder pace than most people. Oh, Jump D's gonna get anti-air, but at 2H, Hitachi gonna force the burst out. Blood Rage at level 2, and now Jan is kind of big chilling. Has to be careful here though.
Love that delay, able to get a decent amount of blood back, and there's the reaction. You have to be careful about how you time that.
Oh, caught the jump! It's gonna be a big hit, and then the 2S gonna finish the job after the Blood Rage. Hitachi popped it, but survived. Really good from getting that hit.
Yes.
Because that's a classic situation. You think with the normal that you're able to slide head, but no, a lot of the spin is actually gonna beat out the slide head and get a big confirm.
Okay, if we go forward again. I love these little staggers. Shin is just not falling for it, but the risk gauge is so high now, and there's the pop buster.
Okay, nice start. And then just pop. Ooh, nice slide it in the face. Gotta be careful though. Hitachi not afraid to use that bar, and there is the blood-sucking universe into the RC. Big damage, and all that blood rage. Say goodbye.
Oh my god, it's gonna break the wall here. Not quite enough to kill Potemkin, a heavy boy. Still at 50 meter though. The PRC goes for the double armor. Finding 5D, what a block from Hitachi.
All right, yeah, Jan, try to get some damage there. Try to be sneaky. I'm going to use that charge 5D, which would be a lot of damage from Potemkin, right?
Yes.
Which is great. Just reaction there, Hitachi. Got the block, got the punish, and now we go to game 2. Oh, close slash while you're pressing.
Hitachi's menacing walk-ups have been unbelievable so far this set.
All right, now, knowing that Jan's just casually blocking, that's fine. I'm going to command grab you. I'm just going to take this damage, and let's wrap it up with a nice just RC. And that's Hitachi special. Getting a hit early, going into the corner, and then just threatening so well. Jump D counter hit, just a cross up. Nice block though from Hitachi, who has plenty of meter, can react to anything with a super if needed.
Love the ideas here from Jan. Went for the JD, but the 5K comes through. Jan's pressure is structured beautifully. The way that he's going, it's very risk adverse, like you were saying, a defensive player for sure. Which is crazy because Potemkin players are normally, we're normally going, I speak for us when I say we're normally going crazy, but there's the gold burst coming through.
Classic answer to Potemkin's pressure. That foot's gonna get caught by the super, gonna get the OTG afterwards for a little extra credit, and that blood gauge going down slightly.
Double Fukyo into the 5D. Oh no, and the burst comes through. What a bait, is able to get the knockdown, plus frames coming up, and gets the bite off of it.
Okay, gonna go for the 2-piece low. One more hit here from him. It's gonna block it out. Big counter hit. Jan with some pressure and some damage in the corner. Gets the double low. Trying to get something, and the Podbuster's gonna connect, and Jan's gonna get around on the board with just, again, that structured offense.
All right, going into the third round here, goes for the double jump, 2D, gets a punish, but nothing afterwards, and Hitachi unrelenting to continue with this just ruthless walk forward, but Jan getting the hit, got the Garuda, what a read, one more here, that's gonna be a kill.
RC, I don't know, just double 6H,
Didn't go for the super.
a little bit of life left, but Jan having meter and the trade.
Oh my god.
1-to-1, Jan gets around with, again, just a really solid, not overreaching, but just that one defensive read on the command grab, on the blood-sucking universe, jumping over, getting that full confirm.
And Hitachi turns around and tells the crowd, shh, 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 to the crowd, hey,
It's just 1-1.
quiet down, it's fine. It's fine, that's
just
one.
1-1,
It's a single game.
Everybody gets one, sometimes.
So here we go,
Sometimes.
ace the next one. Let's see if who's gonna get the momentum here. This is a huge swing game coming up.
Okay, the slash catches the backdash. Get Jan in the corner, the walk up into the dust, a little bit damage to add up, and now Hitachi with a meter lead and the counter at 2H. Woo!
Good amount of damage down, 50 meter available. Hitachi BRC's forward, but the 2P was already out there. Jan executed full screen.
And not much you can do with Potemkin off of the 2P, it's just a small check and that's about it. There's the punish. Oh, it's small hits. Ooh, and catching Hitachi reaching.
Going for the clone there, using a ton of blood up now. Hitashi's going to have access to those max distance normals, but now the special moves not being able to break the armor. Jane can kind of go a little more aggressive here, but there's a 2H.
Tried the challenge after the RC. Oh, the catch to backdash, very nice. Pressure's on, more command grabs, lower that blood gauge. Command grab again, and now just one good hit away for Hitachi to get up 2-1. Nice whip punish. Really good situation. Knowing the blood's so low, Confukio at the start there and react accordingly. Great job from Hitachi, who goes up 2-1.
Of course, especially at that amount of health, is able to just reset the situation with 2P. 6K to Garuda, a nice turn steal, but not too much off of it.
Oh, the gold burst again, reading the situation, getting a hit, and all this meter is going to benefit Hitachi so well. Oh, again, the spin, solo recovery, finding a 5P anti-air, and now Jan under pressure.
Jan is maybe being too reserved in these defensive situations, letting a lot of these walk-ups get away from Hitachi. Hitachi has shown that he's looking to do these more often, maybe aggress on them a little more often, but there is the Beyblade coming through, and the bite to follow up.
Yeah, Jan, as a defensive player, is getting read out by Hitachi, who's just committing to these grabs, and they're working so well. Again, that's the hard part, right? Because you backdash, Hitachi makes the read with the 5S, that's going to get a hit on that. It's just difficult for the Potemkin player to escape these situations. No reason not to keep going for a command grab.
Agreed. Okay, had to block that. Close slash coming through. Good defense.
But you can only do so much on this back foot. No whip punish there. Jan trying to fight it out. RC forward after the hit. We gotta watch out. There is a super available.
Nice just block there. Couldn't get quite close enough to punish though. Pushed away with the 2H and again punishes with the 2H. And there's that backdash read you were talking about.
It's super slow, so it's great reaction to it. Gets hit. That's a little confirmed for Jan. It's gonna be close. Gotta watch out for the meter though. 5D, no meter to RC. And this is gonna be huge for Hitachi. Potemkin is a lot of healthy life, a lot of guts. Not good. One hit now from Hitachi is going to finish the job. That's the punish.
Oh
GG.
My god. Dude, Hitachi goes for the Fukio, sees the backdashes come out. BRC slows it down, guarantees the full combo surgical on the final round there from Hitachi.
Yeah, that's like that was perfectly well executed. Knowing that Potemkin's defense is going to be you're going to either block or attempt that backdash.
Yes, absolutely.
You only showed the one jump out, and when Jan did jump out of the command grab, he got a big, punish for it, but didn't want to. It's hard to commit to that because of just that threat of the close slash. So it just leads to that really good situation for Nagoriyuki, especially in a matchup like that, where as Potemkin you're so big, you're gonna have to be taking so much of that pressure, and it's hard to really want to challenge because, and your reward for even doing so is tough. If I hit 5P or 2P with Potemkin, what happens? Nothing. You slapped Nagoriyuki, and if you're Hitachi, I'm like, cool, let me just swing after.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you do?
But it is. Oh, and we just got word from production. 2 important notes. One, Hitachi, congratulations on your win in your Magic game. He did actually win it, so congratulations on that. And the other one is actually a little unfortunate. We're going to have to go to a break for just a moment, but straight after that, we're going to be going through the rest of this top 24. We're going to continue to play Guilty Gear Strive until we cut it down till the top 8. So we will be back in just a couple minutes, guys. Please stick with us.